Итак, здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, с вами Серега Корж-Гамес. Что ж, НБА 2К14 продолжается у нас второй тур. Второй тур Dallas Mavericks и Miami Heat. Первую игру Dallas и Miami выиграли. Даллас победил Мемфис 98-7, ну а Майами была сильнее Бостона 84-76. Что ж, давайте начинать и уже увидимся в конце встречи и обсудим результат.
Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Miami Heat. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Outside Lowry. Four on the shot clock. A three ball. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Powell. Outside Hardaway. Right side Irving. Hands the shot from the wing.
And that's a nice way for his team to get started.
Yeah, really nice start for his team to get out in front here.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Irving after the Heat pick up two. Hardaway for three. Gets it to go.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Butler passes it to Love. The three, and that one's good.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Now here is Hardaway. to the middle. Here's Lowry. Drops in the layup for two.
3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Irving. Takes a three. And that's collected by Love. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Butler. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Irving gets a screen from Wood. Irving attacking. Dallas again missing.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now, the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Clark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Looking to end the run. Now here is Lowry. Puts the lead pass in front.
Are you kidding me? Power punch right there.
Boy, nice bucket. They're really playing intelligently here.
And even though the lead's not large, they've definitely got the upper hand.
Now here is Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Hardaway. The kick out to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Miami grabs the miss. It's an 8-point differential. Lowry dishes to Love. Number 13. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Hardaway with it. Butler covering. The shot's good from Wood. Butler with the ball. Outside Lowry. Number 14. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
And so here is Miami. They lead by 11.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. So big reason why is they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Miami leading by 10. Lowry gets a screen from Love. Lowry kicks to Love. Defended by Wood. Back to Lowry. Beyond the arc. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And back to the Mavs. 17-24 record on the road. You know, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team, you know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
So it's Miami now after the Mavericks pick up 3. 1:56 left to play in the first. Good. 5 points in the game.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Dallas calls timeout. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Number 77, defended by Vincent. Number 77, off target from outside.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
Vincent, the pass to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here's Holiday, and back to coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Here's Vincent. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Number 31. Off target from three-point range. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Holiday. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. No good. Number 31. Miami no good on that time either. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Miami ahead. They're up by 6. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, hitting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Now Holiday. Green left side. Holiday. Number 42 somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. 5 points in the game.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Here's the screen. Holiday brings the double team. Good ball movement here by the Heat. 5 to shoot. Shot's good. And the Heat lead by 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity." Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys.
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks.
And this is a guy who's made the power slam his trademark, Kevin. So we'll just have to see who he throws it down on tonight.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
And the first one at the line is good.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
Second free throw, no good. And back to the Mavs, definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin. Incredible.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Well, Heat leading by 7. And here's Oladipo. Robinson inside. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Outside Holiday. And here's Green outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The feed to Martin. Martin gets a screen from Oladipo. Martin with it. Now guarded by Bullock. Passes it to Vincent. Fires for 3. Shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Holiday goes in. And that one's good.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
The Heat with the lead. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Three-pointer, Martin. Miami no good on that time either. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs. Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, two teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
The card that was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic. Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Here's Vincent, guarded by Holiday. Oladipo, the pass to Vincent. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Oladipo. From 11 feet away. Good! Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And the Mavericks call time here.
Dallas usually does well against the Eastern Conference, and even in a year when they were struggling, that still was the case. The Mavs posted a 500 or better record against every division in the Eastern Conference.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Holiday. Feeds it to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Morris. Irving kicks to Holiday. And there's the pass to Morris. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Dallas did finish 41 up and 41 down in the year, with 17 of those wins coming, Steve, against the East. Not a bad mark for him.
And you'll remember last season, it was in March when the Mavs started gaining a lot of ground and kind of put themselves into playoff contention. And a lot of those wins that month came against Eastern Conference teams.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Jimmy Butler comes in for Damian Wilkins. And it's Lowry in for Vincent.
Well, when you have the best record in the league, you're going to be the most dominant, one of the most dominant teams at home. The Heat just destroyed people down in Miami, and only the Denver Nuggets had more wins at home than the Heat did.
Mavericks have gone 7-9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Pass to Bullock. Here's Wood. Second chance shot. Cannot hit. Excellent D there from Oladipo. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, a quick turnaround for Jason Kidd from a player to head coach. Many felt he could still be playing if he wanted, but he said, quote, "My biggest fear had always been getting hurt and not being able to lead the game on my own terms." It worked out well for him, and guys, just like his playing days, always thinking a few steps ahead.
You bet. Thank you, Doris. Number 13. Excellent defense from Morris. And how crazy is that from the Heat to win as many games as they did last season, but still be second in the league in home wins? Still, we're far and away number one at home in the East.
Well, yeah, the Knicks were the closest team in the East, but they still had 6 fewer wins at home than Miami. But the Heat really just did what they had to do to put themselves in position to go on to their second NBA title in a row.
And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 5 points so far.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
There's a screen. Pass to Bullock. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Butler dishes to Oladipo. Rejected by Bullock. Now, here is Irving. Baseline J on the way, and the rebound goes to Martin.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Free throw, good Butler.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
This team is never afraid to get physical. I think they enjoy this style of play.
And so Butler nails both of them.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Dishes it to Irving. And he knocks down the jumper. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's special because he lives for the big moments. Fearless. I mean, he will take any big shot down the stretch. He wants the ball in his hands.
You know, something else I think about when I see this guy is he's a real headache to have to defend one-on-one. I mean, he's got all of the game that makes it tough for his defender.
For Miami, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. Free throw drops for Lowry. And so Lowry nails both of them. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Number 77 stays with it and hits the off-balance shot. He's got 8. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
Butler, smooth as silk on the finger roll. And the Heat lead by 3.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Back to Irving. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Hardaway. Drains the three-pointer. Hardaway has got 6 points. Outside Butler. Outside Lowry. Back to Butler. From deep three-point range. That's balls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Heat lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime report with a close contest going on.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
What a game we've seen here for Butler. 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
He kicks it to Irving. Number 77. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Heat leading by 3. Outside Butler. Stripped away. Here's Wood. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. The Mavericks have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. And the Heat shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Outside Lowry. This one for 3. And again, Miami with the triple. Mavericks trailed by 3. Number 77. And another basket for Dallas. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Outside Butler. Outside Lowry. Lets it go from deep. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And he's going up for the alley-oop, so they take the lead. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
I don't think anybody knew where it was going to go.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside Butler. Number 13. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Clark, third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Dallas calls timeout. Touching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Number 14, covered by Irving. Left side Lowry. Lets it go from 11, and it's Miami with another.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
They set the screen. He dishes it to Irving. He passes it to Wood. Back to Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 8.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Butler with the ball. Now defended by Hardaway. Number 13. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. 12 points for him.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Now the dish to Hardaway. Buries it from 3-point range.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
The Heat have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. There's the pick. Butler against Hardaway. To the paint. Tipped. 6 to shoot. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good on the shot. Irving's got 10.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And there's the feed to Lowry. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Mavericks making a switch here. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Number 77. Now recovering. Passes it to Bertens. He feeds it to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. From 8. That one wide left. Miami trailer. Butler with the ball. He's got 12. Feeds to Lowry. Fires the 3. Good. And the Heat lead by 1. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right. About 7 lead changes already.
Irving drives in. Rebound by the Heat. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the pass to Lowry. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Dallas making a switch here. Number 31, covered by Irving. No good. The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Bertens. Dishes to Irving from about 16. That drops. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Number 31. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
That's good from Bertens. Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Shot's good by Butler. The Mavericks leading. Outside Irving. McGee sets the pick for Irving. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Love outside. Down low. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 7.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside Hardaway. Number 77. That 3 off the mark.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
The quick look, no good that time.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Back to Hardaway. Number 77. No good with the triple.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Butler passes to Love. Back to Butler. Number 13, defended by Powell. And it's blocked. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. 2 on the clock. Lowry inside the line. Jump shot is good. Lowry's got 13 points. I'm talking, Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First one falls for him. Mavericks making a switch here. And so Lowry nails both of them. Here's Irving. No good. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
You know, every time they've worked the ball into the post, it seems like something good has happened.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Robinson. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Holiday against Lowry. Pass to McGee. Backing down. Off target from the baseline. Miami's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Vincent the pass to Lowry. Lowry gets a screen from Robinson. Lowry drives in. Just 4 to shoot. Floats one, and it's blocked by Holiday. And it's Martin missing.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Morris off a pick from Wood. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Defended by Butler. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Butler attacking. And yes, sir, that one's off. Butler's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Heat.
Well, finally, it's nice to see the ball actually go through the hoop.
Yeah, that always makes a game look better. I mean, it's been ugly so far here, but hopefully shot making will improve the looks of this one.
Irving can't hit. Miami leading by 3. Number 31, covered by Irving. Outside Lowry. There's the screen. Number 31. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Irving gets a screen from Morris. Outside Irving. Number 77. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Outside Lowry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Passes it to Wood. Kicks to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway, no good. Miami's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Number 31. And blocked. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And another thing he's known for all over the league is what an angry shot blocker he is. He does it with an attitude when he knocks it out of the air and sends it behind the shooter.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You know, Lowry is playing well. 15 points and 6 assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Well, that's not a combination too many players are capable of either, guys.
The first one falls. Mavericks making a switch here. And so Lowry nails both of them.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Right side Hardaway. An amazing finish with the hand right in his face.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Here's Butler. The 9-footers on the mark. And the Heat lead by 4.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
He kicks to Holiday. There's the block.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
It's off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. Three-pointer, Lowry. That's good. Lowry's got 14 points now in the second half.
I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
He dishes it to Holiday. Off the pick. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Outside Butler. The dish to Lowry. Number 13, defended by Powell. Number 13. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Mavericks trailed by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Dallas calls timeout. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
So here is Dallas. Now the feed to Holiday. Number 77. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
Lowry kicks to Butler. Love with the screen on Hardaway. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. And it's Love penetrating. He feeds it to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. From deep. Offensive rebound. Finds the open look, and it's on target. And the Heat lead by 8.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
The pass to Wood. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway from outside. Cannot hit. And it's Miami the other way.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Outside Lowry. Feeds it to Butler. Love right side. Releases. Another miss by Love.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Number 77. And it's good, assisting on the play was Hardaway. Now it's just a 3-point Miami lead.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
And the Heat call time here. They're up by 3. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. The Heat making a switch here. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Back to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Love dishes to Lowry. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Heat lead by 6.
He didn't have a single three-pointer in the first, but here he is knocking them down.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 6. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Outside Holiday. Pass to Hardaway. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play. Yeah, crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Back to Love. Pulls up on the wing. Sinks it. 30 seconds left in the fourth.
Time running low here. They need a hoop.
Yeah, score quickly and then foul him right away.
Shot is no good.
He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not easy in there among the big bodies.
The Heat have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there, and that brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're losing by 7. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Left in the fourth quarter of this one. Number 42. And a draw from three-point range. Vincent the pass to Oladipo. And so it's Miami winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Query, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.